What's up, YouTube? Hey, this month's Loot Crate is going to be villain themed, which is actually really awesome. You might have seen it before, but the reason that I'm telling you that is because it has inspired me to do a countdown of my top 5 villains. It's really more of a combo between me and my friend JaeRoar. You can check out his channel in the description below. But if you're interested in a villain crate, definitely check it out at lootcrate.com/thejustinflynn. Anyway, here are our top 5 villains. Let us know your top 5 in the comments, or please feel free to expand on some of the villains that we have mentioned. In at number 5, we have Lord Voldemort from the Harry Potter universe, one of the greatest evil wizards of all time. This dude was so evil, he lost his human features and began to resemble a snake.
Not only that, he starts drinking unicorn blood out of a unicorn to make sure that he survives because he's taken on the form that he cannot live forever.
Definitely. And even like a crazy manipulator managed to manipulate the Ministry of Magic. He's got powers. He's got some sort of dark charisma or something. But yeah, he's a big dog. He's evil. Been trying to eliminate Harry Potter since he was a little kid, and also has a serious hatred for Muggleborns. So unfortunately for all of us, we'd probably be on his list to get rid of. Alright guys, in at number 4 is Ultron from the Marvel Universe, a failed project from Hank Pym, otherwise known as Ant-Man. He was conceived to fix what was wrong with the world, but when humans became that flaw, Ultron turned into a force like no other.
You talk about a villain powers. This guy has it. He should be called OP Man. He's about to appear in the Age of Ultron New Avengers movie. Not only that, he has the craziest powers. He has confusion blasters. He has like these tractor beams. He has fly super strength, and he has like a big blaster comes out of his mouth. He is the deal. Also, his armor. Yeah, you think of Wolverine, adamantium. That is what is made out of his armor. Imagine that. Wolverine's claws all over a body. It is hard to break. Not even Hulk can destroy it at times. It's a very hard armor to break, and he's also one of the leaders of the Masters of Evil. What more can you ask for a bad guy?
Yeah, if you don't know about Ultron, like JaeRoar said, you'll see him in the movie just to see how crazy powerful this guy is.
Yo, two OP, two,
two OP,
just two OP.
Alright guys, next on the list is number 3, and it's Freddy Krueger, the villain of 9 feature films. This was a tough decision, but we had to go with Freddy. You know, people are always like, Jason, Freddy, Jason. But I think Freddy is more dynamic. Sometimes Jason can often come off as simply a walking machete.
The reason why we choose Freddy, guys, because Freddy has the personality. He has what just gives you the chills. You watch Jason, yeah, you're terrified. But with Freddy, he's going to give you nightmares for sure. He has the look of a definition of a villain. He has the claws. He has that creepy smile. Not only he's scary, he does the most terrifying thing. He goes in your nightmares and gives you the worst nightmare and eventually goes to your death. And it's the scariest thing ever.
Yeah, he pretty much embodies everything that is creepiness and being a villain. So don't sleep.
Yeah, don't sleep.
Alright guys, next on the list is number 2, and it's Darth Vader, the Dark Lord of the Sith. Born as Anakin Skywalker, he was the chosen one meant to bring balance back to the Force. However, he was eventually consumed by the dark side.
Exactly. How are you going to make a top villains list without adding Darth Vader? One of the darkest characters out there. If you watch throughout all the series, you know Darth Vader just means business. He has one thing in mind, and that's just to rule the galaxy. He has one of the greatest costumes out there. That's probably the most cosplay out there in the universe right now. You go to a Comic-Con, you go to some convention in a different country.
Denny's.
Yeah, Denny's. You go to inside Denny's, and Darth Vader is going to be in there.
Yeah, and I also think that what makes a good villain is being able to bring out the best in the heroes. And I find that Darth Vader, right? He's so bad that he makes Luke Skywalker look so good. Luke doesn't necessarily come off as the best, most oh my gosh, he's the greatest hero. But Darth Vader becoming this opposing force gives Luke Skywalker so much more meaning in the story, and I think that really says a lot about how bad and how villainous Darth Vader really is.
Definitely.
Alright guys, this is it. It's number 1, and it's none other than the Joker. The yin to Batman's yang, a criminal mastermind born through accidental tragedy. Detached from reality, this guy is the ultimate villain.
The Joker doesn't even need to physically beat you. He is the mental type that will just scar you for life. That is what defines a villain. Something that he puts into your mind that will stay with you forever. Because let me tell you this. Yeah, you can think about, like, Darth Vader and all these other villains. They can cut you, they can bruise you, they can break your bones, but that heals. But a great mind, such as like Batman, and you mess with it, that stays with you forever. Such as what he did to Jason Todd, aka one of the Robins.
Yeah, that's huge, and of course, Joker being one of the most iconic characters has transitioned really well into like different forms of media, right? Like you can't always take like a villain and be like, oh, he's gonna work well in a movie. Sometimes villains, they only work well in the comic books, and then when you see him on film, you're like, it looks silly. But Joker has managed to make it to animated series, live action series, comic books, everywhere, tattoos, whatever. He just is like so menacing and interesting that his character goes across all platforms.
And that's what makes a great villain. Just like you can't take your eyes off it because you're so interested of why this villain is just doing all these bad things for no reason. And Joker doesn't have a reason. He just wants to do it for fun, for chaos.
You're sick, Joker.
Oh, you make me sick.